you guys, it's Courtney with the Mama Llama, and I'm going to be walking you through a tutorial today on how to use heat transfer vinyl. So you may be new to Cricut, or you're just trying to try out some different materials and learn some new projects. So I'm going to walk you through this project start to finish, and today what we're going to be making is a t-shirt. So the only materials you're going to need are a t-shirt, you're going to need your Cricut cutting machine. I have my standard grip Cricut cutting mat. You'll need some heat transfer vinyl. My favorite is Sizer Easy Weed because, like the name says, it's easy to weed, and I feel like it's a lot more durable. It stays on the shirt better. I've also got my weeding tool, so you'll want one of these if you don't have one. This makes projects much easier than trying to pick little tiny things out of the grooves. And I've got my scissors, obviously. And then I also have a big t-shirt press, which a lot of you guys, if you're watching this tutorial, you may not have purchased anything like that yet. But the more t-shirts and things like that you're going to make with heat transfer vinyl, the more you're probably going to want a t-shirt press. If you don't have a t-shirt press, you can use something like the Cricut EasyPress. And if you don't have that, you could even use an iron. That would work for this project. I will say as a disclaimer, if you are using an iron, it's probably not going to stay on as well. It's just really hard to get the iron hot enough and to get enough pressure on there to keep the heat transfer vinyl on the garment. So you'll eventually want to probably invest in something like a t-shirt press or the Cricut EasyPress. My preference for t-shirts is going to be the t-shirt press because it just puts more pressure rather than having to actually get up on the shirt. It's hard to get that even pressure. So I'm going to walk you through how we're going to make this shirt from start to finish, and you will be making your own t-shirts in no time. You're going to go ahead and open up Design Space, and this is where you'll create your design. So you can use anything that you'd like. You can click from images or create your own text. I already have mine made. This is what we're going to be making today. So I'm going to make sure everything is aligned, which it is, and I'm going to weld it together. And this is going to allow it to stay put just like this. I want it all one color, so this is going to allow it to stay put on my my board whenever I go to print it, my Cricut mat. So I'm going to go ahead and push the mirror button. You have to use mirror whenever you're cutting heat transfer vinyl. If you don't select mirror the image, then it's going to print backwards, and you'll be really sad that you wasted a couple bucks on your heat transfer vinyl. So you will click mirror and then continue. And now it is connecting with my machine. This can take a second sometimes. And before I print this, I'll go ahead and meet you guys back over on the visual screen so y'all can see exactly what's going on here. Okay, so now that we have sent our design to our Cricut machine, we're going to go ahead and cut that design. So you're going to need some heat transfer vinyl, and it can be a little bit confusing which side goes down and which side faces up. So what you can always count on is your clear side will always be face down. So you can take your little weeding tool, and again you can see that the clear side will be face down. So I'm going to face it down just like this on my cutting mat. And then we are going to put it in our Cricut machine. I'll bring you guys over here. Sorry, my makeshift craft room right now is my dining table because I've lost my craft room in this move. So you'll turn your dial to iron on, and then you will click the blinking button, the arrow button, and then hit the cute little C with the Cricut. Alright, so our design just finished cutting on our Cricut machine. I'm going to peel it off, and I'm going to cut around our design just so I can save some of the vinyl. This stuff is not cheap. Okay, and then you're going to use your weeding tool, and you're just going to weed out everything but what you want to put on your shirt. So this is really simple. You can also leave this on your Cricut cutting mat if you want it to stay sticky, because sometimes it can be kind of hard to peel, but this is a pretty simple design, so I don't think it'll be bad. And you'll also want to double check your letters. There have been a couple times that I have made shirts and realized after I had used my heat press and gotten the vinyl stuck on my shirt that I had left like the insides of the O's out, or left them inside the letter. So I'm going to double check all of my letters and make sure that I weed all the little tiny pieces out. There's a few pieces in the scooter itself that I've got to weed out. And if you have a really intricate design, this can take some time. But I will say I like using heat transfer vinyl better than I do like Oracle 651 vinyl, which those make for some fun crafts too, but the little tiny weeding on those projects are very difficult because it seems like the vinyl is always coming up the whole time. This is different. Okay, so I think I've gotten it all weeded out, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So this was the side I was weeding on. You see how it's backwards, so don't freak out whenever you see it's backwards because it's going on your design like this, on your shirt like this. The next thing I like to do, this is just my little trick to make sure everything's aligned, is I find my halfway point so I have the letters meet each other, and I just make little creases, not in your letters themselves, but wherever there's clear space. And this is going to help me align it on my shirt. So I guess I should peel the sticker off my shirt first. So let me scoot you guys over here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm now aligning my design down the center of my shirt. Getting an idea of where I want it to go. You can still kind of see the seam lines from where it was folded, and it was folded, looks like it was folded pretty straight. So another thing you could do is take your shirt and make a little press right down the center before you use your heat press to get this on there. So I'm going to make sure it's aligned, and once I do, I'm going to go over to my heat press. I'm going to press this design at the heat of 305 for 15 seconds. I'll let the heat up for 15 seconds, and then I'll press it one more time about 5 seconds. So I will meet you guys at the heat press. Guys, sorry I'm on the floor because this t-shirt press is extremely heavy, so I tried to lift it and I could not. So the last part of this project is going to be pressing our design onto our shirt. So again, I prefer a t-shirt press. If the only thing that you have is an iron, it will work. Your design just may not stay on as long. But I had preheated my t-shirt press to 315 degrees Fahrenheit, and I am going to press it for about 15 seconds, and then I'll repress it for about 5 seconds after that cools. So I'm going to go ahead and press for the first press, and it'll beep at me when I hit that 15-second mark. And I forgot to tell you guys, I also double checked to make sure everything was aligned once I transferred it over to my press. Okay, so that was our first press. And the way you can tell if this is done or not, if it's actually pressed into the shirt, is when you lift it, which you can lift this when it's hot or cold. This is the type of vinyl it is. You'll want to see little t-shirt lines through your vinyl. That's how you know that it's going to stay on there pretty good. If you don't see the little white t-shirt lines, the ribbing in the shirt through your vinyl, then it's not pressed on there good. So I'm going to do another 5 seconds just to make sure it's on there real good. And guys, you can even go inside out and press it from the inside. I also will press on the back side just to make sure everything's stuck on there real good. You don't have to hold it on there the full 15 seconds. You can do, between 5 and 10 seconds for that part. So let's go ahead and see our finished product, how it looks. As you can see, we've got our Scooter Squad shirt. I don't know if you can see that with the lighting. So it says Scooter Squad with the cute little scooter under it, and we're going to give this away to one of our friends. So I hope you guys all learned from this tutorial. If you have any questions, please write me in the comment section below, and I'd be happy to help answer any questions. and let me know what you think. Send me your projects. I'd love to see them, so tag me on Facebook or on Instagram or something and let me know what you created. All right, I appreciate you guys. We'll see you soon.